Okay, let's move on to Rutgers. 5-8 a year ago, 2-7 in conference. Number 86 in the country per F plus. Number 117 on offense. Number 51 on defense. That's a little more like the Big Ten. Have the defense a lot higher than the offense. Projected to be number 78 in the country this year. Number 98 on offense. 46 on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Schiano entering his 14th overall season at Rutgers in his second stint there, obviously. I kind of like the direction of this program. But looking at this year's team, the quarterback, they bring back Noah Vidral and Gavin Wimsatt, who was a true freshman a year ago and had actually reclassified from the class of 22. So I think that some people actually think Gavin Wimsatt will win that job, and I think he's definitely more talented. I would imagine that he's probably still a year away from being like a top 5 Big Ten quarterback, that type of thing. But there is a chance that you do get a little better quarterback play this year than we're used to from Rutgers, quite frankly. And they did bring in 4 transfer offensive linemen. That should help the offense a bit. They brought in Taj Harris from Syracuse, who I know it was a bit iffy. I think at one point Kentucky wanted him and he couldn't get into school there. So, yeah, it's hopefully he keeps his grades okay enough to be able to see the field for Rutgers because he is really good. He's talented, and I think he would help their offense as well. And like we mentioned with the rankings from a year ago, their defense was actually surprisingly decent a year ago.
Yeah.
Talented secondary led by cornerback Max Melton. What do you think about this team? Just because it obviously in the past Rutgers was the laughing stock, and it feels like Schiano has brought them to something better than that. But is it still like you're still just looking up at some giants in your division?
In the world of conference realignment, I'm still trying to figure out why the Big Ten took Rutgers. That still hasn't made sense to me from any standpoint. I guess you can say the TV market or whatever, trying to get the New York market, I guess,
right.
Whatever. When you look for wins here, you can say that he has brought a level of respectability there. There's no doubt. They're competing at levels they didn't before, but who are you going to pick them against? You're going to pick them against Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota, Maryland. You're going to pick them against Penn State. Boston College, they have Boston College at Boston College in the non-conference. That's tough. You do get Wagner and Temple. Those are some wins. Other than that, you're going to be in a dogfight for anything.
And by the way, the number there is either 4 or 4.5, depending where you look. Sorry, go ahead.
So no, that's right. I would be taking the 4.5 number and be going under for me. I think you can. I just don't see many wins here. I think you can beat Indiana possibly, but I would still be leaning Indiana in that one. So I think 2-10 is probably more likely, possibly 3-9. So I like that number. I think that feels fairly comfortable actually. And I'll be going under on Rutgers this year.
I'm also going under, and it's all about the schedule. You mentioned it. It's brutal. You feel good, obviously, about you're going to beat Wagner and Temple at Boston College. That's a challenging game. And if you compare the crossover games from a year ago to this year, last year they got Northwestern, Illinois, and Wisconsin. This year it's Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota. It's just you're not going to even be close to favored in any of those 3 games. That's 3 tough games.
Yeah.
And as I think there's a chance, if you're looking for wins on Rutgers' schedule in conference, they get Indiana at home.
Mm-hmm.
They can probably beat Indiana. And they can go to Maryland, maybe. I don't know what Maryland will look like at the end of the year. Maybe they can find a way to win that game. Even if they do that, though, they're 4-8. And we have a 4.5 number out there. So I'm taking the under. It just feels way too easy.
Yeah, the number did feel a little bit. I mean, clearly there's some respect there for Schiano, even from Vegas.
Yeah.
For the number to be that high, because when you look at their schedule, there's no, other than Wagner and Temple, there's no games that you just pencil in. Every other game is going to be either a definite loss or an absolute, just dogfight to the end. So I agree. I think I respect what he's doing in the direction that they're going.
Yes.
But you're in a very tough division. That's one of the toughest divisions in football, the Big Ten East. It unfortunate for him that they're in that division, but they are, and that's what we have to judge him by. So going under, but no disrespect to the job he's doing there at all.
Yeah, you said it very well. I feel the exact same way. I feel like he's doing a great job, and they are building something slowly because that's what you have to do at Rutgers. Like
Right.
it's going to be very difficult. I do think if assuming the Big Ten will go to pod scheduling at some point, and they don't have to play at Murderers Row every single year,
Right.
that can do nothing but help them. This year it's going to be difficult.
Yep. Agreed.